Alright guys, we are on day 212 of the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian went missing on February 25th into the 26th, and it's been 7 months, and here's what we know. Sebastian is 15 years old. He has autism, which puts him on the spectrum. He was last seen in February with no credible sightings since. He literally vanished, transforming into a ghost in the machine. Search crews scoured the region with little success. Other crews were scared off, and the rest is history, right? So fast forward 7 months, no leads, little credible information coming, like a slow leak, and the internet obviously came to its own conclusion and ran with it, with a lot of speculation in the form of fact, and it snowballed out of control rather quickly, right guys? It turned into a huge sideshow, a YouTube sideshow. I'm not a YouTuber, so I've never seen one of these things. I heard about another YouTube sideshow over the summer that I was commenting on it. I didn't know it was a drama fest. I thought it was just a joke. And apparently it was one of these crazy drama fests that are kind of not common, but semi-common apparently on YouTube. So when you have a community as beautiful as the YouTube community, where people from all walks of life gather for information, and they are goaded into falsities, into occult belief that's just not real, it turns into a huge issue. People that have no ties to the community whatsoever begin chiming in with their expert opinions, stuff that we've seen years and years happening on like the mainstream, right? But at least with the mainstream, when they chime in, they're bringing experts, right? Not these self-declared investigators that they funnel in. I don't know where they come from, but those people, their opinions are toxic, right? Because they base them off of speculation, off of other YouTube videos, little information that they gathered on their own. And if they did gather it on their own, borderline illegal with how they went about it, almost as a bully, banging on doors, trying to act tough. It's stuff like that that makes people hesitant to come forward, right? People say they're out there doing the right thing, and searching is a great thing. Searching for answers is a great thing, but there's a line when it comes to door knocks and how you approach potential witnesses or players in the case. Literally, when I say players, I mean potential witnesses, right? Ones that speak up and are then ridiculed and put up on a stake and chased by investigators. That is not an expert opinion, right, guys? If the person is conducting those investigations in a threatening manner, scaring, intimidating, harassing, and stalking people, that's not an expert. That is a psychopath, right, guys? So again, this case is about Sebastian Rogers, not about all the sideshows. And as I learn about these little YouTube features, like the thumbs down thing apparently helps with the analytics in a way that gets those videos off. I think I have 20,000 of you guys on YouTube, so let's get together and thumbs down the bullies, all right? Instead of giving them a platform and calling them out and trying to work with them. At the end of the day, they're going to phase themselves out. That's the best I can say right now. We are very quickly litigating with a few of these individuals, and the rest are going to phase themselves out, right, guys? A lot of these creators that are coming at me, they are rather funny because they hit me up early on trying to get details, and then now that I didn't respond and adhere to your demands, you're gonna come at me all day long. You guys can Google me. You have one guy saying he calls my parole. It's very strange behavior. Do you really think they don't know I'm on it? Like, literally, guys, you're not giving any new information. Hey, do you guys know Nick the Hat is on parole? Well, yes, we do. You're calling the Pennsylvania Board of Parole. So obviously we know who he is, what laws were broken. And then when people go on and say, I'm in XYZ, we saw him over here in Tennessee, we saw him doing this, and then you guys have these little long conversations where you make stuff up, it has to check out, right? But it's stuff like that. If they are coming at me, which I'm fine with, right? That means they're coming at people that can't defend themselves, and I'm not fine with that whatsoever. When you guys go after women, when you guys go after people like that are already in a bad situation, and then you want to just drag them in and make them into a horse and pony show, makes you no different than the people we're dealing with, right, guys? It's not like we're dealing with Girl Scouts over here. We're not. This is probably the weirdest case that I've ever seen. It's weird, and it's even weirder that we can't talk about it. And at least, not that we ever say much, we don't. We keep it well within the spectrum of crossing a line. But in this particular case, we're just going to keep it going that Sebastian Rogers is 15 and he's missing. He turns 16 in December, right before Christmas. And let's make it a sweet 16. Let's bring this boy back home where he belongs. Keep the parents out of it until he is found, until answers are found. And when the time is right, obviously, that being when authorities circle back, that is when you guys can start your debates and whatnot. And by then, we'll be gone, right? Once Sebastian is back home, or once the case is solved, we're gone. There's no need to raise awareness on a family debacle, right, guys? This isn't the Jerry Springer show. This isn't Maury. This is a serious situation. There's a young man who is missing. He can be in harm's way. He might have already been harmed. We just don't know. And we don't know what we don't know. And trying to piece together stuff about the parents is not helping solve the case. Apparently, a lot of these creators have tried that for the past 7 months. Didn't get too good. Didn't get too far. Sebastian is still missing. Day 212. No updates. No sightings. As far as an update on the search, not related to what Dog has going on, but CJ, I believe a YouTube creator from the region. I don't know much about him, but I do know that he is at least out there trying to find Sebastian rather than stir up drama. Perhaps he was one of the creators. I don't know. Maybe he was one of the creators that initially had a different tone, I guess is a good word. Maybe he's not. Maybe he was always just down for the search. Nevertheless, he was searching, and perhaps it was a coincidence. Perhaps it wasn't. But again, foul play came in to the chat. A lot of people were reaching out, DMing me, tagging me, and telling me to go watch this video. And I go on CJ's live, and the guy complaining about stuff that happened possibly to his equipment while he was searching. Though it's not confirmed, it does raise a lot of questions as to what is going on in the region, right? Something that, again, we just don't know what we don't know. We're not down there physically. We being like Hong, myself. I'm not going to speak for Dog and where he is. But again, there is one crazy thing after another. You have a missing teen, and then you have the creators on YouTube who are trying to dictate what happens as if this is a game of chess or if it's some kind of game and you guys want to call the next move. The next move should be, where is Sebastian Rogers? He's 15 with autism. He's missing. He vanished February 25th into the 26th. That is the narrative that has to be pushed. That is the news, and that is all we know. The young man is missing, and all of these sideshows with these cricket catchers and the deer guy, the deer bone dude, those are just wild, right? And they'll come at us and they'll call us grifters and they'll say this and that. But at the end of the day, guys, the drama, we said, ended days ago. So the people that are still continuing with it, hats off to you guys. Maybe a lot of you guys that are watching this, try to find some of those videos and give them a thumbs down. Start giving them thumbs downs. I guess if we can unite 18, 20,000 of us, however many there are on my YouTube, go and give them a thumbs down. I don't care if they give me a thumbs down. I'm not on YouTube for the numbers. I told you guys this before. I can care less about the numbers as long as there is one viewer and that viewer knows where Sebastian is. That's all that matters. We just want to have a conversation with that viewer. But obviously, our community has become like a family. So I'm not saying I don't appreciate you guys, because I do. But at the end of the day, I'm not like the other YouTubers. I really don't care about the number of followers, of I don't even know, like, subscribers, members, XYZ. I don't, but I appreciate them. That's not why we're here. We are here to find Sebastian. So if you guys, instead of paying for the membership or whatever, it'd probably do us better, go over to the other pages and give them thumbs down like clockwork until they start getting away from the drama. Should have ended. What is going on with these clowns? Literally, clowns. We can't talk because we got a cease and desist. Let's talk about the cease and desist for 5 days and talk about the drama around the cease and desist. Guys, you're looking for Sebastian Rogers, but you want to talk about a cease and desist for 5 to 10 days? Okay, cool, weird, but whatever floats your boat. If your viewers, I guess, I don't even know what the heck to call those people, the ones that fuel that stuff, instigators, inciters, they're just hands down wild people. Like, I'm not a parent, but I mean, the drama that is coming from these YouTubers, and some of them are parents, it's wild. The lack of empathy, and you have to put yourself in their shoes. You're never going to, after this story, right? To you, it's a story. To a lot of creators, it's just a story. Banfield said it best. Once the headline is gone, so are the creators, so are the media, right? We saw that with Cavalcante. It became a privacy war. We were out there on the front lines, essentially trying to keep the community, their privacy at bay, to make sure that nobody interferes with that, while maintaining decorum and respect with authorities, to try to get the little information that was critical out, while maintaining an integrity around the case and not giving too much information. That is really how cases get solved. It's with the community coming together and not causing all of these divisions. The more impediments that are caused, it just isn't finding Sebastian Rogers. None of that is finding Sebastian Rogers. It's just not. And continuing with these wild panels, I mean, go ahead, but once you cross that line, we will be there waiting for you, just like we were with the others. And again, don't be the one to take the baton from the other creators who might be able to correct their wrongs legally and avoid the mountain of litigation, right? Don't be the one to carry that baton for them, because it looks like that's happening. And it's rather wild that true crime creators are falling for it and taking a baton from somebody who is neck deep in litigation and it hasn't even started yet. It's not a good move to take their voice and amplify it and then take their panels and put them together into one. You're literally it would be the same thing as buying, you get a dose of fentanyl, you'll get some heroin, grab some crack, grab a little bit of this, mix them together. That's your panel. You're literally giving yourself a concoction, and you're gonna OD in legal paperwork from Philly to Tennessee to New York to Florida, taking you right to the woodshed with your channels. So if you rely on YouTube, I would tread carefully. If you're going to be making these baseless allegations, at least have some kind of evidence to back it, or use, in my opinion. It's not that hard, guys. Again, it's about Sebastian Rogers. He's 15. He turns 16 in December. Let's keep the story about him. The green wave is coming, and it's coming like nothing has hit this case before. Everything that has happened thus far is nothing compared to the green wave will be here, and it's going to hit. Again, this is about finding Sebastian Rogers, age 15. He vanished from Hendersonville, Tennessee, February 25th into the 26th. He's a young teenager. He's a teenage boy with autism. Again, he vanished without a trace, turning into a ghost in the machine. And it's time to bring him home. Christmas is around the corner. His sweet 16 is around the corner, and his family wants him home. And the drama, if you see drama, go to it, give it a thumbs down, share the video and tell people to go and give it a thumbs down. Let's get rid of the hate. And the thumbs downs are just like I guess, I don't know what they do, but if they do something, let's just do it. Nevertheless, if they cross the line, we'll be waiting there at the finish line for them. And they know who they are. A lot of them know who they are. And the list did grow, but it did shrink as well. It's fluctuating right now with the YouTube boat. I guess we're going to see who's getting on a lifeboat and who's going to stay on the ship as it goes down. Again, guys, Sebastian Rogers, age 15. We want to bring him home. Simple as that. He has to go home. He belongs at home. He is missing. He is not home. Hence the live, or pre-recorded live. And again, I'll be back live on the Sebastian Rogers situation when lawyers clear it up and I'm able to. For now, it's pre-recorded so that way they can watch it and do their IMO stuff, in my opinion. I'll make sure that all of that is in a row and correct. Our T's are crossed, our I's are dotted. Something the others should start doing as well. But nevertheless, Sebastian Rogers, age 15, missing. If you see green light bulbs anywhere, buy them, put them up outside. Let's light America up in green for Sebastian. Let's make some noise for Sebastian, and all for Sebastian, not for anybody else. The sideshows, if you want to go to them, go ahead. We don't do sideshows here. So again, guys, stay safe, stay vigilant. If you see something, say something. No tip is too stale, no tip is too small, no tip is too big. No pun intended. I don't know why, but the whole P. Diddy case, well, because we're going to be doing a live about P. Diddy, just to talk about that interesting situation, which is going to turn up to become, I mean, very quickly. You guys are seeing it unfold rather quick. Diddy's list is going to be as big as the other guy's list, Epstein. But nevertheless, if you see something, say something. Sebastian Rogers, age 15, missing, and he's not home.